Hello students, this is the sixth part of Trade to Territory. In the previous videos, I have told you that British in our country came as trader, but slowly they start controlling different territory. They start from the Bengal. They fought two battles, the Battle of Plassey and the Battle of Buxar, and by these two battles, they become the master of that area, means Bengal. Then after they adopt a different policy to control the other part because they do not want to eh, indulge in indirect war, because war means a lot of expenses, and British came in this country to earn the money, not to expense the money. That's why they adopt policies like subsidiary alliance, doctrine of lapse, appointing the residents in different Indian states. So through these policies, they they acquire the land part by part. Okay, but in our countries, there are some states which who were reluctant to indulge in any policy. They ignored totally British. They established a enemy environment with the British. Then after British decided uh, to to do a direct military attack on these states, and two states are the front of it. Number one was Mysore and the second one was Marathas. So in this video we will see that how British control the Mysore and Marathas and why they control it, because first some problem will be created before the British, like some problems means they will face some difficulty in doing their trade, and to solve that problem they will defeat these rulers in the war. So as you are seeing in this picture that is on this front page, this is the fort of Mysore. Okay, and as you see that British are going upward, and here at the above you can see the British flag. It's mean that British had acquired this fort. This is the fort of Srirangpattam. So Tipu Sultan was a brave ruler of Mysore kingdom. Tipu Sultan was also known as the Tiger of Mysore. So there is a story behind it. It is said that once he went hunting in the forest with his French friend. There he came face to face with a tiger. His gun did not work and his dagger fell to the ground. So he battled with the tiger unarmed until he managed to reach down and pick up the dagger. Finally, he was able to kill the tiger in the battle, and after that, he came to be known as the Tiger of Mysore. And it is justifiable to call him the Tiger of Mysore. Why? Because he fought for his kingdom also till his last breath. So, direct military confrontation occurred in Mysore. As we have seen before that British rarely involve in direct military attack with, with any kingdom from 1757 to 1857. So when there is an extreme case, only then they thought that these kingdoms should be controlled, these people should be shut down. And then only British responded directly and fought with them. So these type of among these type of a kingdom, there was a kingdom that was Mysore kingdom. So now we will see that what was the problem between British and Mysore kingdom. So Mysore kingdom was established by Hyder Ali. Before he was a soldier, but he rose his position and became the king in the year of 1761. Hyder Ali ruled from 1761 to 1782. He was succeeded by his son Tipu Sultan from 1782 to 1799. So during their reign, Malabar coast. This is Malabar coast. This is Malabar coast. This is Malabar coast. So from this Malabar coast, a very profitable trade was done. Many types of goods like silk and cotton, sandalwood, spices were exported from this coast. And this region comes under the control of Tipu Sultan. So what Tipu Sultan did? Tipu Sultan stopped British to do trade from this coast, from this Malabar coast. He also did not allow his local traders to do trade with British. Due to this, British got huge loss. They were frustrated and angry now. And the other point that also made British so much angry was the good relationship between the Tipu Sultan and Francisci Company. Tipu Sultan started making friendship with French on one hand, and on the other hand, he stopped the British to do trade from his coast. So Tipu also was very much influenced with the technology, modern technology that French was using. So he was also modernizing his army with the help of France. This made British think seriously about Mysore kingdom. Now Mysore became very big headache for them. Hyder Ali, in the sense of British, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan both are very dangerous, arrogant and ambitious people. And in their sense, in their point of view, this type of a kingdom has to be stopped soon. So British fought for war with Mysore kingdom. So four wars were fought with Mysore 1767 to 69 and 1780 to 84. These two wars were fought by the Hyder Ali, and in middle of the second war Hyder Ali was died, and then Tipu Sultan come in front. Then last two war were fought by the Tipu Sultan, and only in the last war, the Battle of Seringapatam, the company ultimately got the victory and Tipu Sultan lost his life. In this last war, the company did not attack alone. He made he made a combined force of Maratha Nizam and his army, and then they attacked on the Mysore kingdom. So after this Mysore was placed under the former ruling dynasty of Wadiyar dynasty, and a subsidiary alliance were imposed on this state. And then after British slowly and gradually taken away this whole Mysore area. So war with Marathas. Now you will see that how British controlled Maratha region. After occupying Mysore region, they paid attention toward Maratha region, and many battles were fought with Maratha, and finally British controlled it. But first you should understand that who are Marathas. Marathas are basically Scindia, Holkar, Bhosle and Gaikwad. These all together were known as Maratha. These are the different small dynasties and all together known as Maratha. These different dynasties were held together by a confederacy, and this confederacy were headed by a person that's called Peshwa, Prime Minister. So in the third battle of Panipat in 1761, the Marathas were defeated by Ahmad Shah Abdali. And after that, this break up their heart, and now there was no chance for them to control Delhi. So after this, when Peshwa become weak, these small dynasties start asserting their own autonomy, and this further weakened the Maratha region. Now then, Maratha was controlled after a series of a war with English. These wars were known as Anglo-Maratha War. So between British and Marathas, 3 wars were done, and these wars were known as Anglo-Maratha War. The first war was done in the year of 1782, and in this war no any party got victory. Neither Maratha get victory nor British got the victory, and this war end up with a treaty of Salbai. Second Anglo-Maratha War starts in 1803 and end up in 1805. In this war, Maratha weakened and British start gaining ground strongly. They won Odisha region, Agra and Delhi from Marathas. Third Anglo-Maratha War was start in 1817 until 1819. The Maratha power was crushed totally by the British. So now the whole southern India, there was no any local Indian ruler, and all the rulers were defeated by British in war, as well as by their policies. They gain the supremacy in the southern India. These are the question answer. Listen the video carefully and after that do this question answer. Thank you.